So, if you're a business owner and you're attending events, whether it's a conference, whether it is some type of live summit, however it may be, your purpose is not just to go for the vibe. Okay. Your purpose is you are going to activate new leads in your business. And so, during this video, I actually want to break down how you can turn conferences into coins because I see so many business owners who are attending events, they're presenting at conferences, and they're leaving so much money on the table because they're just going for the vibe or the hotel lobby keys, and they're missing out on the opportunity to actually generate revenue for their business. So here's the mindset that I just want to start off this conversation with to really be able to get us in the mind frame for what I'm going to break down. Is your role at a conference is to activate leads for your business. Okay. So if you're going to a conference as just an attendee and you don't own a business, then you have a completely different purpose there, right? But the moment you become a business owner and you're attending events, you're attending conferences, you have a different purpose. It's not just going to meet people, it's not just going to socialize, it's not just going to make connections, even though connections are important. We are going with an intentional focus to actually generate leads for our business. So we're shifting our mindset from just attending an event to actually what does it look like to attract to our business at the event. So there is a particular process that we teach our clients that I want to teach you. So we have worked with over 500 educators through our business and helping them grow their own business. And we have a process that we teach them of how to leverage conferences and events to be able to generate leads in their business. And now I want to teach that process to you because we have clients who've gone to events, they've generated leads, which then led to 4-figure, 5-figure contracts. And I want the same to be true for you. Now, here's the thing. Oftentimes when people are presenting at conferences, there might be this policy where you can't directly sell from the stage if you're the speaker or presenter. And so, what I'm going to show you today, the process that I'm going to show you, is a way to still honor that policy if you're presenting at an event, but still be able to generate the leads that you need for your business. Okay. So, let me actually break this down into a process that you could follow and apply to your business of how to turn that conference into some coins. All right. So here's the first thing that I want you to do. Hey, y'all, I want to take a quick moment to pop in. I know the episode's getting really, really juicy, but I could not miss the opportunity to make sure that you know that we are headed to Atlanta October 3rd through 5th for 7-Figure Educator Live. This is my 3-day live event. It is the only 3-day live event for education consultants who are out here making a big impact and getting a big bank. And even if you feel like your bank ain't that big yet, I want you in the room because that's how your bank gets bigger, okay? I have curated a very special 3-day agenda that includes powerhouse speakers, 7, 8, 9-figure speakers, intentional networking to find your people, to find your next opportunity. Y'all, we're getting ready to take the city over, and we taking it over at a 5-star property, okay? Meet me in Atlanta October 3rd through 5th. Grab your ticket by heading to 7figureeducator.com. I'll link it in the show notes, and I'll see you there. The first thing that I want you to do when you're going to present at that event, when you're going to present at that conference, whether you're the keynote, whether you're a session breakout, is I want you to develop a handout. So whatever your session is, I want you to put together a handout for that session. It doesn't have to be super pretty. You could make it in a Google Doc if you want to razzle dazzle it, put it in Canva, give it to your VA to throw some sauce on it, but put together some type of digital handout that pairs with your session. So then the second thing I want you to do is I want you to create a landing page. And when I say a landing page is basically a one-page website where people have to put in their email address. So you create this one-page website, people have to put in their email address, and you connect that landing page to your handout. So the whole purpose of the landing page is for people to go to that landing page, sign up in order to get the handout for your session, okay? So this is very little tech here. This isn't something that, has to be super sophisticated in terms of the setup. Is just a one-page landing page that can literally say, grab my handout, a picture of you, the name of the session, and a space to put in their email in order to get the handout. Now, you are going to have to set up a small automation on the back end so that way when they get the handout, that when they put in their email address, it can automatically send the handout. But this is something that's really, really basic and low lift that you can do in pretty much any email marketing software. All right. So then when you are actually presenting the session, I want you to give a CTA, a call to action, to grab the handout. Okay, so when you are in the midst of your session, when you're presenting, and from a timing standpoint, you could do this at the top of your session. You could do this at the very end where you have a call to action of go ahead, scan this QR code in order to grab my handout. Now, another way that you could take this and approach this, you could also do your slides where you could have people sign up in order to get a copy of your slides, or you could do it as the handout. So if you are having people sign up to get a copy of your slides, the call to action makes sense at the end of the presentation. If you're having people sign up to get the handout, it makes sense to put it towards the beginning of the presentation. So you kind of decide how you want to maneuver, if you want to go the handout route or the slides route. But either way, you want some type of digital asset that people have to sign up for in order to be able to get, and it adds value because it's connected to your presentation. Okay, so we got the handout or the slides. We set up the landing page. People have to put in their email address in order to get it. You give the call to action to scan a QR code, which takes them to the landing page. And then they put in their email address. They get the handout and or the slides. Then here's what's most important. And this is what many people miss, okay? Because the reason why I wanted to have this topic in a video to be able to teach about this is I see so many people going to conferences, presenting, and then they leave with no contact information, or if they do leave with email addresses, they have no strategic follow-up planned with the email addresses that they just received. So these first three steps are the first half of the process. The second half of the process is to have an automated email sequence set up for the people who sign up on this landing page. And what this will look like is for the automated email sequence, for everybody who signs up on the landing page, they're going to get dropped into this email sequence that has the call to action to book a call. Now, you definitely want to go about this in a relational way where the first email might say, it was so great meeting you at X, Y, and Z conference, X, Y, Z event. I hope that you enjoyed my presentation as much as I enjoyed delivering it. If you found value in the time, I would love to share X, Y, and Z opportunity with you as a way to keep working together for me to continue to support you. So you want to have an automated email sequence that leads people to the next step. And depending on your business, that next step could be a webinar. That next step could be booking a call. That next step could be directly maybe one of your lower tier offers if you have a group coaching program or a strategy call, whatever that makes sense for your business. You want to have an automated email sequence with a direct call to action for the next step. Now, here's what's important. Here's what's key. Hey there. I know I'm jumping in at a really juicy part of the episode, but I wanted to make sure you knew about a super special opportunity that me and my team have available. So imagine if you had a 90-day plan that outlines every single step you need to take every single week in order to generate at least 10K in your business. And that's exactly what me and my team do during our 7-figure strategic planning intensive. It is a live 6-hour workshop where we walk you through building your 90-day strategic plan to make more money in your business. Now, you have the opportunity to join us at our next intensive. And in order to do so, just click the link in the show notes to book a call with my team so we can tell you all about it. All right, we'll jump back into the episode and let's get back to this good fire content. That first email in that automated email sequence, I would recommend goes out the same day that you present. So that's why this has to be automated, because the first email needs to go out the same day that people signed up. It's a way to stay top of mind. It's a way to nurture. It's a way to not be forgotten about. What we don't want to happen, and what so many people do, is they get these email addresses and then they don't follow up for another week. Baby, people back home, they don't forgot about you. They don't forgot about your little presentation. They forgot about how much fun it was. They forgot about the keys. You want to get them while you're still top of mind. That first email needs to go out the same day of the presentation. And then what I would actually do, and let me just script out what this email sequence could look like, is I would put email number 1, same day. Email number 2, next day. Email number 3, 1 to 2 days later from the previous email. Email number 4, same thing, 1 to 2 days later from the previous email. Email number 5, 1 to 2 days later. Okay, so I would do a minimum of 5 emails. And if we look at our timeline of same day, next day, 1 to 2 days later, 1 to 2 days later, 1 to 2 days later, this entire automated email sequence is happening over the course of a week. So you're getting in there right when someone's really warm, they're really excited because they just saw you speak. This is the key to being able to take just that conference presentation and actually turn it into the coin. Is you got to be able to get in there, get connected in deep relationship with people quickly, because they just saw you speak. They're really, really interested because now they know you got the juice. You got to follow up quickly. And that automated email sequence is going to allow you to do that. So hopefully this is helpful. I feel like this is a topic not a lot of people are talking about, because people are talking about going to events, but they really ain't talking about how you would turn that event into a coin, right? It requires a strategic process. And now let me name this, because there are a couple of things that I said in these 4 steps that require a little bit of tech. If you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea how to do any of that, go to somewhere like fiverr.com, fiverr.com, and just find somebody who charges $15 an hour to set it up for you, where all you need is a landing page connected to either that handout or slides, and then an automated email sequence. So this is pretty low tech. The only thing you really need is some type of low lift email marketing software. So let me know in the comments if this is helpful. This topic makes me really excited because it's at the foundation and crux of business. And if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend. And I want you to subscribe. So make sure that you don't miss future content. I'll see you on the next one.